everybody, and welcome back to some more Pokemon X No Healing in Battle Revenge Wedlocke Challenge. In the last episode, we faced off against our 6th gym challenge of this adventure here in Laverre City against the Fairy-type gym leader Valerie. And unfortunately, even after having a very close call against a gym trainer with Kangkow and Bion, they were also my leaders for that fight. And unfortunately, that fight is where our Zebstrika Bion lost his life. But Kangkow was able to go on, and the rest of the team was as well. It was a really scary situation against her Mr. Mime, and because it used Reflect, I just wasn't able to deal enough damage with Bion to take it out. And there's no way Kangkow could have fought that Mr. Mime without the damage Bion had dealt to it before he passed. So, before we start this episode and take on the Pokeball Factory today, we do need to say goodbye to Bion and add another Pokemon to the team. Once again, we've lost a Pokemon, but their partner has moved on, like Vakama with Matsing last time against Clement. Hopefully we don't see a trend here of losing a Pokemon every gym, because Koyopa probably would die then against Olympia, because that's probably what I'm going to be doing with Olympia. But I doubt it. All of her Pokemon are weak to Bug. Well, 2 of her Pokemon are weak to Bug, 2 of her Pokemon are weak to Electric. Olympia doesn't really concern me right now. And I'm just glad to see the team move forward like this. Normally in a Wedlocke you lose a full pair and it's constant. But in this series I've noticed it's been very different than most Wedlocks that I do. Most Wedlocks I do, the starting 4 Pokemon that I catch are always really strong the whole game, but then that last pair dies, and then another pair joins, and then they die. And it's like the first 4 never seem to die. That's not happened. Like, we've only got 1 member left of the original 6 in Vakama. Other than that, every other Pokemon we started this adventure with has died, and 1 more on top of that being Bion, who joined after Grant. But pairs haven't been dying together as much. Like, we lost 1 pair against Grant, 1 pair against Callum, and then Matsing and Bion. So we've had an interesting story thus far. It's not your conventional Wedlocke, at least in my experience. And I'm excited to see what the rest of this series brings. But before we can add a new Pokemon to the team, fill it out, and give Kangkow a new partner, we do need to say goodbye to death number 6 of this Wedlocke. In Bion, our Zebstrika. He was definitely a star of the show, and I think he'll be one of the more memorable Pokemon of this adventure once we end things out. I loved getting to use him, and he was definitely my favorite, but it's time to say goodbye to Bion and move on stronger, as we always try to do. Let's go ahead and say goodbye to Bion as the birds outside my window chirp. Not sure if you can hear it, but it's like a good morning farewell. It's early in the morning, so there's going to be some noise, hopefully you don't hear it. Anyways, let's say goodbye to Bion. Death number 6 of our X Revenge No Healing in Battle Wedlocke. Bion, you have been absolutely incredible. By far my favorite Pokemon to be used so far during our adventure here. Every series rather, has that Pokemon who sparks some sort of catchphrase. And you were definitely that Pokemon for this series. Even if it was just as simple as saying your name fast and loud. You and your partner Kangkow joined our team when we needed you the most. We were pretty poor off in the way of power, and while you both have definitely been overused, it's because we needed you to. You allowed our other team members to grow, and potentially live on to the very end. If not for you and Kangkow, I don't know what the team would look like right now. While every member that was here when you joined has died, apart from Vakama, I know you both did everything you could, even giving up your life for the betterment of the team. I could have saved you, but I know just as well as you do that by doing so, we could have lost everybody. And that wasn't only a decision I wasn't prepared to make, but one you didn't want me to make, I'm sure. You knew it was your time, and you were at peace with it. That's who you have been during this entire journey. A leader and a protector. You made life better for the Pokemon of our team when you joined, and you made it better for those to move on without you, and I don't think you would have had it any other way. You don't need me to say goodbye to you. You know that's how I and many others feel. I think it can be said with just one word. One final time. Bion! Goodbye. He was definitely a blast to use, and while very strong at the start, he became pretty frail towards the end of his adventure, and that's probably what ended up doing him in. But it is time to add a new member to the team. We have a pretty even number of males and females, and they're about to be very evened up, just one apart, essentially, because we need a male for King Cow. So, I could sit here like I normally do and lay out my options for you, and go like, alright, this is good, this is good, this is good. Here's my thoughts on the whole thing. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I didn't think this through heavily. Of course I did. One of the best options in this PC box is Timbuktu or Quagsire. I don't like that. 1 weakness, grass, 4 times resistant to grass. Brilliant pair, but we do already have a water type. Could use ground, I suppose. I don't really want to use Quagsire. I've said it multiple times. So, looking at the other options in the PC, everything either shares a weakness or is weak to fighting, and that would make every pair of a Pokemon weak to fighting. Bad move. No fighting weaknesses allowed. I'm sorry, not gonna happen. So, then everything else shares some form of weakness. Or is a Pokemon that would be redundant. Ice, Electric, Psychic, Fighting, Fighting, Psychic, Fighting, Electric. You get the point. Everything shares a weakness except for 2 Pokemon. And that would be Espada, our Honedge, and Kasaya, our Swirlix. Honestly, Swirlix is incredible. But I gotta go with Espada. There's really no reason for me not to do this. It's time. I should have done Espada back when I added Bion. But I really wanted to go ahead and give a Pokemon a chance that people weren't expecting. And there was nothing wrong with me using Bion. Even if Honedge would probably be the better option. I'd probably still have Honedge right now, and I would be a death shot. I would have 1 less death. But, actually probably a lot more less death. But that's not how I play the game, shooting for minimum deaths. I play for a fun adventure and using Pokemon I normally wouldn't use. And I did say back when I added Bion, yes, Espada would have been the better option. But if anything happens to Bion, I will probably add Espada then. And that time has come. And Espada, our Honedge, has joined the team. This is an incredible option. I don't need to tell you guys that. Ground weakness, immune to ground. Other than that, insanely powerful Pokemon. Ghost and Steel coverage, we don't have that. It gives me a really well-rounded team. And another power pair, once again, in King Cow and Espada. So, I need to train, and I don't want to overlevel, so we're going to go ahead and train Espada up. I always put my Pokemon in the PC here, but I will take King Cow to help. I don't want King Cow to level up too much, though, so we'll figure it out. I'll get Espada leveled up to level 40, and I'll record the evolution into Doublade. We don't get to evolve him into Aegislash until after Lysander. Like, all of that. Not until the Terminus Cave. It's a long ways to go, but he has the ability No Guard, and he gets Fury Cutter, as you see there, and Swords Dance, and is a really good Pokemon. Doublade's slow, but we can compensate with King Cow, and hopefully they'll be able to see it through to the very end. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get to training, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. And then we'll take on the Pokeball Factory and make our way east to Dendamil Town here in the next few episodes. Alright, everybody, training is finally done. And as you saw, Espada is now a Doublade, which is going to be really awesome, especially with the Eviolite. Espada's going to be an incredible tank, and that plus speed nature minus special defense nature is unfortunate, but again, with no guard, he's just gonna be insanely good. Fury Cutter maxes at 160 and it'll never miss, so after just 3 turns, I think, if it works how I think it does, then we'll have a 160 base power bug move, which is better than Hyper Beam and Giga Impact, but without stab. But regardless, ridiculously powerful. And we also have Shadow Claw, Aerial Ace, and Sword Stance. I opted over Night Slash for Shadow Claw, obviously, since it's stab and Ghost and Dark are pretty much the same thing. And I went for level 40. And a couple of Pokemon hit level 41, because I wanted to do some Horde battles. But I have decided I do want to go ahead and make another executive decision. Some of my level limits are custom. Some of them are 2 levels lower than the upcoming Gym Leader's Pokemon. Oh, their highest level Pokemon. And those gym leaders were Valerie, which we successfully did, Karina, which we had trouble with that level limit, and Olympia is also 46, and it's supposed to be 48. So I'm going to make an executive decision. I'm going to bump it to 47. That way we don't have any trouble moving forward. It gives me much more room to work with, because we've got a lot coming up. Dandemill Town, the Frost Cavern, everything, the rival battle. There's a lot to do before we reach Anastar City. And because of that, I want to go ahead and play the safe route and just bump it up right now before we even run into any issues if we were going to. But if I get there and the whole team hasn't even passed level 46 and we're ready to fight Olympia, I'll gladly do it at level 46. But 47 is fine if it so happens to be that case. So there we go. Team's ready to go. I made sure to train Espada on a lot of lower level stuff to get plenty of EVs because I actually was looking into something here. So while we go over the Pokeball Factory, that's what we're doing today. We have to deal with Team Flare north of Levair up here at the Pokeball Factory, where they make Pokeballs, if you didn't know. But I've actually learned that I'm able to do something, which is really good. Also, the music here is a bop! God, it's so good. It's like, it's great music. Anyways, I'd like to get the items around here. But I've discovered that I can back up my save files on 3DS games. For my challenge videos, I can back up my save file and then edit the save file so I can get any Pokemon I need for challenge videos, which I normally do on the older games, but I've discovered with a certain program on my DS, I'm not going to get into it, I can do the exact same thing all the way up through the 7th generation, which is really exciting. Probably in Sword and Shield as well, but there's really no need to do so in Sword and Shield right now. But I can do a lot of interesting things with my save files, and obviously I don't want to do anything like that on the Wedlock, but then it came to my attention, wait, I can do this to back up my save file, because I've always been really paranoid that something's gonna happen to like my Wedlock cartridge or something while I'm in the middle of a series, and that series would just be dead. Like, imagine any of my series just stopping in the middle because something horrific happened to the save file. I don't know, water gets spilled on it, I have no idea. I've always been really paranoid about that. So I've learned, hey, you can back it up. So I've got the save file saved on my PC right now. I'll probably back it up every once in a while, just in case. So I've got post Valerie with Espada trained up, backed up on my PC, which is great. So if anything ever happens, I could come back to this exact point in the future and then just play up to wherever we were and try to make it as normal as possible, so as if nothing had ever happened. But what makes me want to talk about that, actually, run away, Team Flare. Oh wait, it's me. Right, and then these guys will stop. Or do I have to talk to them? It's been a long time, honestly. It's been a long time since I played X and Y. Other than the one challenge video I did on it, the last time I played was the Y Wedlock that we're getting revenge on. You know the one. Anyway, Shauna's gonna go ahead and get that guy to chase her, and we'll just scoot on inside the Pokeball Factory. Because chasing that one girl is more worth than stopping, what, 4 other kids? I guess Trevor's with her, too. No, it's just her. Where'd Trevor go? Oh, there. Yeah, chasing 2 kids is better than stopping 3, apparently. That guy doesn't know how to math or add. I'm with him on that one. I guess Gyarados gonna go help. I have no idea. But why I wanted to bring that up is because since I have my save file, I can look at it. And I didn't want to. I was like, wait, do I want to know how bad my team's stats are? And yeah, I did. I guess, well, yeah, we'll use Espada. I don't really know what the trainers in here have, but we've got to introduce Espada, right? This girl can't be devastating. Yeah, the guy's an idiot outside. But they're not giving to her. I guess she does kind of look like she'd work here, you know, the red. It's a Mightyena. Okay, go ahead, Callum. I'd rather not fight Mightyena with my ghost type. I want my ghost type to fight and be introduced. So, fight me, Team Flare. Be easy so I can talk. Anyways, it's like the forbidden fruit, right? You want to look at it. But do you want to look at it? Because, like, it's better off not knowing how bad your Pokemon's IVs are, because it might get in my head and be like, wait, this Pokemon has no defense, let's not do it, even though it really doesn't make that massive of a difference in a Wedlock sense, right? It does, but it doesn't really. Like, I can't change it, but, I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. But anyways, I couldn't change it because you guys would know. You could tell. Anyways, and I'm gonna tell you how bad they were, so it doesn't really matter. But I looked at my Pokemon's IVs. Thank you, Espada. I guess, yeah, his defense is insane. +2 attack. Look how little he did to himself. That's kind of actually frightening for Toxicroak here. That's more frightening. Yeah, look at that! Look at Espada's defense! I know he has the Eviolite, but like, oh, that's actually the most busted thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Wow. Okay, I was worried Doublade would suck until we get Aegislash. Also, my character looks absolutely adorable right now. And it's just, I love her. She looks great. Sandra looks all dressed up, ready to stunt on some Team Flare. You know, they want to be, what, fashionable? They look hideous, but Sandra strolling in here looking awesome. And I have no fashion sense, so I could actually be really bad looking right now, but it doesn't really bother me any. The Eviolite on Doublade. Holy crap. Did you see that? That was absurd. Do it again. Like, Mightyena with, like, Crunch would do, like, 20 damage. We're gonna test that theory. Everybody in the audience is like, you're losing it. I guess I can tell you what Espada has. Oh, we have Fury Cutter. That's right. Are you gonna swagger me? You are. You die to Fury Cutter. Wait. Oh yeah, Swagger's never gonna miss. You gotta drill that in your head. Nothing's gonna miss against Espada. Don't forget it. Look at the damage. It's insane. That's a lot of damage. And a Golbat. What are you gonna do? Oh, Espada. Oh, Espada's good. Yeah, Fury Cutter's 4 times resisted. Acrobatics, what? 8 damage. It did 8 damage! It literally did 8 damage! Everybody's like, get to the stats! I've got them typed in Discord here. Anyways. You didn't want to look at the stats because I already said this. Let's just get into it. So, you know my Pyroar Vakama? You know how we worried about her? She's the only member of the original 6. I do love her. She's my Pyroar. She's been here a long time. Remember how we've always said she's kind of a disaster because of rivalry? Like, she's gonna get somebody killed? It goes deeper than that, my friends. You want to know what her defense and special defense IV is? 1. They're both 1! They are literally both exactly 1. That's depressing. That's actually the saddest thing. Rivalry and both defenses are 1. On the bright side, Nuku has 31 IV, a best IV in attack, which is really good because literally Nuku has the best attack a Kingdra can have, barring effort values. Which is good because I've talked about how I wanted this to be a physical Kingdra. I wanted to do Waterfall and Dragon Dance. So that's a really valid strategy in the future. But Nuku also has a 1 in special defense as well. Koyopa has really good stats. And this is the same Joltik that we caught back in Black 2. So it has 31 in both attack and defense. So what it raises and lowers, it has perfect IVs in, which is cool. Kucha has 2 in speed and 3 in hit points. It's kind of unfortunate, but not the end of the world. And Kankao is just as bad as Vakama, almost. 1 special defense and 2 defense. I'm serious. Like, we got some generic Pokemon. And Bion was actually pretty good. He had 23 speed and 27 attack. And everything else was, like, in the 20s. He was really decent, honestly. For a Wedlock Pokemon, really spicy. I miss Bion already. But, I mean, no amount of defenses would save him. He was frail, unfortunately. But something else interesting that I noticed that I kind of wanted to talk about is the gift Lapras that you get in this game. I don't know if this is just an actual coincidence. If somebody can get the gift Lapras and do it like on an IV checker or something, it'd be cool to know if your guys' is the same. But my gift Lapras has 31 in HP, perfect HP, and then in everything else, she has exactly 20. It goes 31, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, which is really weird. Is that supposed to be that way? Like a perfect and then everything 20? Or did I just get a really coincidental Lapras? I guess I won't know that until somebody goes, yeah, mine has the exact same thing. Also, I planted berries, by the way. I got a Walking Berry and a Chillin' Berry while training. So I went ahead and planted those. We picked all the berries that I had. We got a lot. We'll be good for a while. I want to get some of the Snowy Route berries. But yeah, fight me. I'm fine using Espada. I don't really want to use Espada for the admins here, because I don't remember what they have exactly. And Espada and Kankou are unfortunate, because they don't really have any recovery outside of Roost. I don't know what Scraggy can do. I know it's a Dark type, but look, it disappears in a single hit. Probably. I mean, it's pretty bulky, I suppose. Yeah, it's gone. Oh my god, the blade is ridiculous. No wonder Aegislash is uber. Like, it's actually an uber Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. And no, I don't want to learn Power Trick. No, thank you. Power Trick could be interesting, but Sword Stance is just better, honestly. And Mightyana's fine. What was that with Fury Cutter? I mean, I could have used Fury Cutter on Scraggy, but it would have lived. But I'm gonna one-shot Mightyana with Fury Cutter regardless. We're out. We're out speeding? We're faster? Okay. Ooh, okay, that's fine. It's just the Mightyana and the fight's over. But that is something interesting to think about. The admins might have. It's just Kankou anyways. Doesn't really matter. I don't want Kankou to get the experience, though. I'd like to not get these two too over-leveled. I mean, we're coming up on the Frost Cavern. I guess that's a double-edged sword, literally. Kankou you don't want to use in the Frost Cavern for a multitude of reasons, but she's also good against fighting. And Espada's really good against fighting, too, so if they had to fight, they could. This area is not anything like I remember it. Is that it, other than the top level, then? I think it's possible that that's the case. And this gets us to the top level. What is this? Another Pokeball? It's a Diamond Ball. Yeah, they just spread Pokeballs all over the place. Makes sense. It is the Pokeball factory after all. Anyways, yeah, let's continue. So, interesting thing I'd like to talk about. Just life stuff, because it's a basic episode until we get to until we get to the admins. Yeah, that's how we get back. I'll just turn it on. And I already fought the one grunt at the bottom there. Both of them. Yeah. We already fought him. We fought everybody here except for that girl, which we fight her. Actually, we don't have to fight her. That's right. Right, we use the conveyor to get up there. But I want to go over here. I think there's like a rest area, potentially. But I do want to fight her. But who do I want to fight her with, the question. I'm trying really hard to think what the admins have. Do I fight Bryony here? I don't fight the Drapion one here. I know that much. Oops, my phone. Forgot to mute it. I think we fight the Manectric here, if I'm remembering correctly. Which I suppose Koyopa and Kucha could fight. Also, Vakama, I deleted Protect because I fought Bulldoze for Hordes. So, I want to teach you Protect again. Can we do that? It was Protect I got rid of, right? Yeah. Okay. And I don't think I taught anybody else anything for Hordes. Yeah, but Bulldoze is useless on Vakama. But Bulldoze would be good on Kucha if it is a Manectric. We fought the one with the Liepard and the Houndoom or whatever. I know Bryony has Drapion. I'm pretty certain it's a Manectric, which Koyopa would handle really well. I want to fight this girl with Koyopa, I think. I feel good on that end. Also, you have Thief. I want you to have Poison Jab. That's right. That's what I was supposed to do the last time, but I didn't. And That's why I didn't want to make the move that could have saved Bion, because I had no backup. Poison Jab. All the way at the bottom. Nobody can learn Dazzling Gleam, which I forgot to check last episode, but I didn't think anybody could. It'd be pretty cool if somebody could get Dazzling Gleam. Fairy coverage would have been good, but I went against Slurp Up. Alright, we don't need Thief. Poison Jab's good. I don't really see anything that a Flare Grunt could have that Quaopa wouldn't want to fight. We haven't really fought with Quaopa or Kucha at all. I can't really recall them having done anything because... Yeah, I want to fight this Grunt, but I can't recall them having done anything because we were babying Quaopa until after... Like, until basically Clement, and then we had to fight Clement. Swallow, right? And then after we fought Clement, it was basically Valerie right away, so... Quaopa and Kucha haven't done very much for being here for a pretty substantial amount of time. They've been here since after Karina, right? Before Karina, actually. And Toxic's fine when she only has one Pokemon. Although Toxic would be pretty terrifying. But, yeah. They've been here before Karina. After the Tower of Mastery, essentially. And they haven't really fought at all. That just goes to show how unbelievably busted Bion and Kankao. And I don't think that problem's going to get any better, having added a Doublade to the team. If she heals, I'll be disappointed. Okay, let me take a drink real quick. But yeah, I want to talk about my day today. You sound like, honey, how was your day? No, but because I had stuff going on today, but it's time already for the admin, so I guess we'll save it for next time, since I plan on recording that right away. I gotta get ahead! This is the moral of the story. Tune in next time to find out why. Yeah, I know I used a Hyper Potion for like 40 HP. Don't I look rich? I think I can go down this way. Yeah, right. And then this'll take me to the admins. I don't see a reason why. I mean, could it be a Houndoom? I think it could be the Houndoom person. I already fought this guy, right? Yeah, this is where the admins are. I'm like 99% certain that it's Manectric. Like, I'd place money on it, to be fair. And I don't want to do it with Nuku or Pokemon. I feel like these two can do it. I don't recall ever having a problem with the Pokeball Factory, so shouldn't I just be cool? Play it cool? Play it cool. Would Bulldoze do more than return? It's super effective. I mean, probably be more beneficial, regardless because of the speed drop. Alright, we'll do it with Kucha lead. That sounds fair. I'm good with it. Yeah, because even if it's Houndoom, we've got this. Let's just do it. Yeah, it's everybody here. But I'm pretty certain we fight... I mean, even if it's Drapion, right? But it's not. Drapion's not until the Lumiose City headquarters. Yeah, they're trying to rob the Pokeball Factory. Oh yeah, we get the Master Ball here, which would be really nice in case we get into a shiny encounter that is something that could knock itself out. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's green hair. Ooh, it's you. Oh, right. She's not even one of them. She's just an admin. Right. Electrike and Scraggy? Ooh. I don't like that at all. Not Electrike, Manectric. You know what I mean? That's awful. I mean, worst case, we switch into High Jump Kick. And High Jump Kick probably doesn't do that much to Quaopa. I didn't think there'd be a Scraggy. I wanted to leave Kucha for Manectric. And just do Scary Face. It's fine. I'm like 99% certain it's Manectric. And I don't need Quaopa for that, probably. So, we'll just use Thunderbolt. I can't wait till we get Thunder, because then it would just one-shot everything. Ah, you got paralyzed by Thunder! I was hoping that Scraggy would, like, stay paralyzed and not be able to attack. That way I could just be like, why couldn't have it happened to Bion? Oh man, I can't believe it got that close. I'm glad that we got that glimmer of hope in those last few seconds of his life. It was really nice to see that. Houndoom. Okay. I made the wrong call. But, again, Kucha's still fine with fighting Houndoom. That's why I led with Kucha. It was the safest route, knowing that it could have been Houndoom. I could have swore we fought Houndoom already. Back on the horrible Route 14 or whatever it is. Was it 13? No, it's Route 14, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, we bulldoze because we probably are outsped. No, we're not. I'll just use return next time to finish it off. Doesn't matter. We'll outspeed. It can't one-shot me. There's literally no chance. Even with, like, Fire Blast. Kucha, take Fire Blast. Kucha, finish off. Now, my concern is we fight one of the other two, like the big, the ones above the admins, the Bryony or Celosia or whatever, without getting healed. That would be bad. But I feel like I'd have really haunting memories of the Pokeball Factory if that was the case, right? Also, that ribbon outfit looks so cool in the full art like that, but like in the little picture, it looks kind of dumb. Can I please heal? I'd appreciate that. Right, Callum comes in and then fights one of them. There's a Manectric. I'm not losing my mind. I know it's not Drapion at this point. What? It's a double battle with Dummy? Oh, no, I'm not ready for that. A double battle with Dummy. How do I feel? I feel good. Let's do it. I'm sticking Kucha and Koyopa. But what if... No, it won't be Houndoom again. That was her. What do they have? Why am I blanking so bad on this? Well, what have I fought them with, and why? I got nothing. Let's just do it. Yeah, I'm good. I should have taught Protect, actually, since it's a double battle with Dummy. It might not be. I feel like I'd remember the double battle. I got nothing, honestly. Yeah, it is a Manectric and a Liepard. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I feel like we fought the Liepard girl already. Maybe we did. I know it was the guy that looks like Pitbull with the Houndoom. Like, I knew you had a Manectric, and I'm not going to Bulldoze because it's split. Return does way more damage. Worst case, we flinch, paralyze, dead suck. Do something good, Callum, and like, ooh. Oh, you taunted the right one, because it's going to reflect for Light Screen. That was the wrong move, but we hit through, which is fine. Return does over half. And I didn't get static. I appreciate that. Bulldoze would be good, but I don't think it'll finish off. I'm just going to return Manectric. Get the guaranteed thing here, because Liepard can't kill Kucha, so we'll just get rid of the one. They're double targeting Meowstic anyways. Yikes on your end, bud, but that's Manectric done, and Pokeball Factory's done! We did it safely. Yeah, I would have remembered this area being terrifying if it was. There's really not much here. What's really scary is the one of them that has Drapion, because it gets acupressure, and if the fight's not in your favor, you can actually get swept. Like, your entire team can die to that single Drapion. That sounds like an exaggeration. I'm not kidding. Acupressure, double evasion, acupressure, double evasion, acupressure, it gets nasty. That thing is terrorizing, okay? Prepare for it. It's one of the battles in Lumiose, and I will be ready. Mark my words. Now watch somebody die to that fight. It's possible. And I'll eat those words. Just like I said, Bion might die and I'll add a Spada to the team. I'm pretty certain I said that. I wish I had, like, the knowledge of where that was said. That way I could easily insert it into the video, but I don't want to go digging for it. It's probably when I added Bion, to be fair. We'll see. Yeah, you guys got beat. Give me my Master Ball. Get me out of this place. Easy episode, but that's fine because obviously I won. I want the Big Nugget. Oh, that's funny. Oh, man. Yeah, and you get the Master Ball, too. Everybody had an internal panic for a second. But an easy episode's good when you add a new member. I'd like to have a nice, calming, relaxing episode. And you guys got to see a little bit of Spada and Koyopa and Kucha, too, who haven't gotten to fight very much recently. Or at all. And Espada's going to be really good. If we can get him to an Aegislash, look out. It's going to be devastating. Also, before you leave really quick, this is really important if you do like the Wedlocke content. If you have not done so already, I say this every episode, but this is actually really important. YouTube has been starting to not give my Wedlocks to subscribers. If you're subscribed to this channel and want to see Wedlocks, make sure you ring the bell down below and click all. It's possible you don't get the episode if you don't do that. I don't know why they're doing that to me. I've made these for 4 years, but I have a feeling this is not the only time it's happened with this series. It's happened a couple of times. The Wedlocks just don't do as well as the challenge videos. Obviously, it's a smaller community, and they don't like that, apparently. So if you want to watch the Wedlocke and not miss it, I mean it. Ring the bell. Everybody says it, but this is why, because they don't always show videos, even if you're subscribed. So be sure to ring that bell to be notified of all future uploads for this series and the channel as a whole. And I'll see you guys next time for some more Pokemon Wedlocke. Until then, I'll see you guys then when we make our way to Dendemil Town. See you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.